Hey guys, welcome back. So this is Shareful. As per our last tutorial, we were doing Cucumber BDD framework project in Cypress, and as you know, in our last class, up until our last class, we created a feature file as well as a step definition file as per the feature file, right? So let's run this this feature file, just one feature file. So in this feature file we have two scenario. This one is as a user, I should able to see the title of the page. Another one is able to select from the static drop down. You know it, right? If you don't know, please watch our last class. So let's, and this here is the step definition JS file where it's given. So this is the first. I successfully browsed to the application, so related to this given, and then when I click on the practice button, and then I should see the title of the page, which is automation practice. And exactly, I created the step definition file given when given when, then yes, given when, then, and all the codes related inside, right? Let's run this, okay, before we write more code about another scenario, right? So let's run it. So to run it, make sure your project is saved, and then to run it, let's run through our test runner, right? So you can say npx Cypress open, or you can use your customized the command. Like example, we do have custom command in our project, right? Where is the Cypress JSON? Sorry, not the Cypress JSON, package. So we have also custom command, right? Cy open to open the test runner, and also to run the test runner, which is cy test. So anyways, so where I'm using the npx Cypress open, right? So hit enter. So let's go back to our step definition. Okay, you can see our test runner is open. So here is your Cucumber the feature files only shows, right? So our feature file is codeinbox_practice.feature. so this is the one, right? And it will show only your feature file, because the code is inject the link to the feature files, which is the step definition. It's automatically will be triggered from the feature file, because as feature files we use the same the given when then statement. So it's exactly the same. So let's run it. So click on up there. Okay, so it's running. Nice. Okay, looks like, hey guys, welcome to Code Inbox Automation Lab. Okay, this is Shareful. So looks like we have, it's pass given this statement, right? So it's loaded the page, landed to the page, right? And then it's ensure that it's the assertion is pass, but then it's said I click on practice button. So practice button, it should be all the way. Hey guys, welcome to Code Inbox Automation Lab. Practice button, it should be all the way down, right, on the home page. So let's go back to, I would say, click on there. Yeah, so let's go here. So your practice button, it's over here, but some reason you can see when I click on the practice button, it's contain practice, like we use the practice keyword, so it's contain. Click on up there, and then it's click up there. If you see here, if I click on up there, it doesn't show like it's click up there. So I believe what's really happened, we have also the practice button, I think, on the video page too. So if you click on there, so we have, say, I think Selenium practice. So it's clicked, since it's started to search your element from the top left hand corner like this. So it's found this button, right, this Selenium practice, this element first before the bottom one we're looking for. So that's why it's come to the click up there, and it's came to the over here. and then it's loaded over here. So that's why you can see it's loaded YouTube page, that which is we're not looking for, because in our practice page it should have, if you click on there, it should have this title. So it's supposed to click on that button and come to over here. So it didn't work, right? So it means it didn't click on the right element, right web element, right? So let's fix that. How can we fix that? Let's close this. So spy this one. Okay, let's spy this one from our test runner. So we know that's okay. Let's use the test runner. Why it's okay. So this is okay. Let's use this one as our element. So let's go back to our BS code and update the code up there, right? So close, update there. So here we said, okay, when I click on practice button, so this is the we use the CY contain. So instead of that, let's use this element. Okay, CY get. So you're going to use CY get. You can copy the whole command even. You can copy this whole command, right? Just copy this one, right? So it will be easier. Okay. So CUI get. So this is the one, and then click on force up there. And after that, we said, I should see the title of the page, which is the title of the page. We're comparing the page title, right? The page title, it's over here we're passing the string at one variable, which is the page title. So this variable is nothing, it's a string type variable, which is the value is over here. We're passing it is one of the example also data driven, like we're passing the actual data over here. So like automation practice, this is the title, this is actual string, and it will come over here. This title variable will be replaced with the actual value from there, and that's why I declare this variable, as well as I said this is a string, right? It's a type of a string, and this is as you know, this is the element of this title, and this is invoke the text function, and I declare another variable text1, which will be get the text from this element. So this element is the actual, and this is the we are expecting. So if this match, it will pass. Okay, let's run it again. Save it, make sure you save it and you run it, run your test. Yes, this time it landed to this over here, right? You can see. Let's close it. You can see. Let's run one more time. Let's run it one more time. Yeah, it's okay. So this time it's click up there, right? It's click up there. It's a screen, it's a little bit bigger. Let's close it and open it fresh. So npx Cypress open. Okay, it's loading. Okay, let's click on there. let's minimize it a little bit. Okay, you can say it's loading the page. Okay, it's loaded. Taking this time, it's taking a little bit long. Okay, yeah, and then it's click on practice page where it's open there, right? You can say it's clicked on practice page and it's came to the practice page. So let's go there. You can see here it's passes, it's pass. Okay, I click on practice button, that's fine. This is the right practice button, and I should see the title of the page is automation. So it's invoke the page title and use this, and the expected home to equal no, I think this element also wrong. It didn't find the right element because right. So let's go to practice page. Sorry, let's go to practice page. I update the Cypress version. It looks like a little bit different on the Cypress version now. So what is the element? Like inspect it. Let's make sure that we have the right element, right? And then I would say I will use this format, and then let's use okay, H1 cycle page title, right? Yeah, we can use this one, right? This is the one. Okay, let's use copy. You can still use over here also. There is a selector, a copy selector. Let's see what it shows. Okay, let's put it here. Post 501. Okay, let me see. So let's run it again. So because that's that the page looks like the element is right. For some reason it didn't able to pick up. So let's run it again. Okay, so it's loading. It looks good. So land to the home page. Okay, and it's pass the given, and then okay, now let's see. Let's let it make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so here the first one. Okay, I click on practice button, so it's clicked on the practice button, right? And then you can see here is a practice button, it's found, so that's fine. And it's a new URL, so that's the URL. You can verify the URL also, like it's landed to the right page. I just don't want to make it bigger, the tutorial. You can put some assertion. Okay, and then I should see the title of the page, which is automation practice, right? That's the one. So let's see, get title. Here is you can see now it's working. Some reason it didn't work previously, didn't find, but it's finding. And then I use the assertion, and it's both are match, automation practice to equal to automation practice. So this is pass, right? So this scenario is pass. Let's say another one. The next one, I click on a static drop down example, right? So you can say it's saying step implementation missing because we didn't put the any code related with this features, right? So let's put the code for this feature. So here, I mean, if you noticed, if you did our previous practice, you will find that we already did so many practice and show you how to select the static drop down, and then how to select if you have a dynamic drop down, how to select those kind or spy those kind of element. I'm not going to go in details, so let me see this if you have any previous code related. So okay, so before we spy the drop down option, so let's update our step definition file. So right, so for this scenario, just copy your when statement, come to over here. So this is your when, right? So just type when, and then paste exactly the same your title of your your for a one block, right? So and then you click on the right. So, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so this is your one block, right? And then also let's type for the then block 2 so type then keyword, copy exactly the same line, make sure there's no space, you copy exactly the same. If you put extra space over here, it's not gonna match, because it will map line to line, space to space, everything, right? So make sure you don't put any extra space or anything on the line, just keep it as it is, right? So now this is your then function. Now we're going to put the code inside up here, right? So here for our, if you check our previous the lecture for Cypress beginner, for Cypress automation for beginner, you can see there is a tutorial over here regarding about the drop down drop down button, right? You can see it's somewhere, it should be here, how to look at automation checkbox. Wait, oh, so this is the one, sorry, this is already here, how to automate drop down option in Cypress, static and dynamic, it's both. So if you don't know how to do it, please watch this video, so it will give you a clear idea how to select any drop down, like if you have any drop down something like this in our application, right? Like our application codeinbox.com, and if you go to the practice page, so our this scenario, it's about this, right? Our select the static drop down, so we're going to select the Selenium. So how we can select those are called static drop down. So how we can do this, right? So please watch that video. Right now I'm not going to explain, because this tutorial, this project is not to explain how to spy any element in the different type of element. It is all about to understand the build the BDD framework using the Cucumber tool, right? So I'm going to just put the code directly. I'm assuming that you know the way to do it. And let's see, what is the Selenium, what's the option value for drop down? Okay, this is the code you can see for Selenium. It's option 1. Okay, so I have to just add the option 1. So I'm just putting directly the code up there, and I will change it here. So this is my one block, right? So here is the body of the one block. So this is the code related to select. This is the spy, how we then use the select tag, the select method. So we're going to select, what we're going to select, we're going to select Selenium, right? So just make sure you put the Selenium here. I'm just putting the Selenium, and this option, it's 1. Okay, this is another session. I'm going to verify that it has the value. We saw this, it has a value which is the option 1, right? So option 1 for Selenium is option 1, so it will confirm that it selected that, right? So that would be a session for this. Okay, and then I should be able to select Selenium. Okay, I click on the static drop down example. Okay, then I should be able to select Selenium. This is already, what's about it? I click on static drop down example. Okay, I click on the button. This is the this is both are, you can see same, it's and then next one I should be able to select the Selenium. So this is the same line you can put in both the both options, because this is already the answer. This is this selection, this part will confirm that I should able to select Selenium, right? So maybe you can just say get that, and then you click on the select drop down button. You know what, I'm just putting same line here, and then you just click, okay, let's put this one. I click on select static drop down example, a static drop down example. Let's see what happened. I can just click up there. Let's see, click, okay, and then here it will be just select that one. Let's save it and then just run it. Let's see what happened. Okay, yeah, it didn't work for this part. Okay, it said you select, I mean, because the drop down doesn't work with the click. It works with the select, because it's cannot be called a select statement. Okay, see, I get, so that's didn't work. So let's see, we update over here, see I get. If you just you know what, I would just change over here is then when I click down drop down example, I see I select, okay, I click on, okay, so let's change it over here. Like, since it's a drop down, we use the select the select method that will be select. So this, when block will just select the Selenium, and this one also just will confirm that it was selected. This is the assertion. I mean, this you can do it both in one line, just to understand how to use the one block, how to write the done block and complete one features, one scenario over here. Like, this is the scenario, so just to make another scenario, I break it down. So but in probably you don't need to do this, right? So let's save it and then run it again. Let's open this. Okay, the first scenario, it looks good, and even say it was so quick. You can see the first one is pass all of them, and let's see the second one. So this is the second one. So I click on the static drop down example. So you can see it's click over here. If you see, it's this is the drop down, it's select, right? And then it's confirmed that you selected the Selenium one, right? And then, I mean, it's if you just wait, you can see select before and after, right? And also you can see now, if you just move your mouse, you can see now it's the Selenium is already selected. So it's selected, and also our assertion is passed. It's expected to have value option 1, which is the Selenium. Okay, so it looks like it's all passed. So both scenarios are passed. So that's the way you are going to connect your feature file with your step definitions, and step definition will have the real code behind the scene, and the feature file will have the just plain Gherkin syntax or plain English sentence that that everybody can understand, like what scenarios you are covered for this specific function or application. I hope that makes very clear, and also help understand how to build your the BDD framework, right? And then we'll see there's how we can add another report. Okay, for BDD we have to integrate different type of report, like for Mocha framework we have seen the Mocha Awesome report, but for BDD frameworks the Mocha Awesome does not work. So we have to find out like a different type of report that integrate and can work with the BDD framework. We'll see on another video. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.